I've changed my mind. I want 90 Day Fiancé's Angela Deem to return to the franchise, but I don't wish to watch Michael. Angela Deem may be considered one of the biggest villains in the 90 Day Fiancé franchise, but I still believe she would be entertaining if she were to appear in another spin-off. In her early 50s, Angela fell in love with her Nigerian husband, Michael Ilesanmi. She was thrilled to have found a younger man who wanted to marry her, and she wasted no time visiting him in Nigeria. Unfortunately, Angela's trip didn't go as planned because of Michael's behavior. She was devastated when she discovered he had been involved with another woman behind her back. Angela was never given a fair chance by cheater Michael. Angela was provoked by Michael's actions. I supported Michael throughout his relationship with Angela because I believed he was a nice and kind man who truly loved Angela for who she was. However, I was shocked when I learned about his constant cheating scandals and bad habits. It became clear to me that he was the primary cause of Angela's anger during the show. Not only did Michael betray Angela with his infidelity, but he also manipulated her throughout their relationship. It became apparent that his main intention was to use their marriage as a way to come to the United States. I believe Angela never had the opportunity to showcase her true self on TV. The constant betrayal from Michael transformed her into a mean person, leading her to act erratically in front of the cameras. I think Angela would be entertaining if she were to return to another spin-off, as she would finally have the chance to show her authentic personality on TV. The 90 Day Fiancé franchise alum has come a long way since Michael left her. Despite being hurt, she has made progress and appears to be in a much better place mentally. Angela is a loving grandmother and a caring friend. Angela will be a great wife too. I believe Angela's upcoming on-screen journey could highlight her redemption arc. Returning to a spin-off could help her win fans over and demonstrate she isn't the verbally abusive person she appeared to be while with Michael. Most of Angela's co-stars speak highly of her and admire her authentic nature. Her grandchildren adore her and seem to look up to her. I'm confident Angela has the potential to be a wonderful partner to someone who loves and respects her, so I believe she should have the opportunity to share her next romantic journey on television. Angela is a powerhouse of entertainment. Angela captivates the audience through her actions. Angela has always been very entertaining on camera. She has proven herself to be a more dramatic yet enjoyable cast member compared to other controversial names, such as Lorraine Brovarnik, Yara Zaya, Molly Hopkins, and others. I believe the 90 Day Fiancé producers would greatly benefit from casting Angela in 90 Day, The Single Life. They would be able to capture a new side of her while ensuring each episode is as entertaining as possible. Angela would be a much better choice than some of the other names who have failed to capture the audience's interest, such as Tanya Maduro. In my opinion, Angela is a complete package when it comes to reality TV. She exudes drama, which is why many of her scenes have become viral memes on the internet. While I recognize that many 90 Day Fiancé viewers dislike Angela for her constant cussing at Michael over the years, I also believe she should have the opportunity to show that her bad behavior wasn't a flaw but simply a phase. The 90 Day Fiancé franchise alum's negative behavior towards Michael was largely due to his provocation through his actions. 90 Day Fiancé. I've changed my mind. I like this new Angela Deem. She's ready for new beginnings after Michael Ilesanmi left her. Former 90 Day Fiancé, happily ever after? Cast member Angela Deem's recent appearance on social media has shown me that she continues to thrive despite her heartbreaking split from Michael Ilesanmi. I enjoyed watching Angela and her Nigerian partner, Michael, in 2018. She appeared bold and dramatic, captivating viewers in each episode. However, Michael made a mistake by cheating on Angela early in their relationship. This caused Angela to become cold and unforgiving, pushing her to breaking point. Her personality drastically changed after Michael's infidelity. Angela started to doubt and mistreat Michael, unable to trust him again. I was convinced that Angela and Michael would break up shortly after the cheating scandal. However, they surprised me by staying together despite the toxicity in their relationship. In 2020, they got married and began their married life. Unfortunately, their marriage didn't solve their issues, as they continued to mistreat each other. Angela tried to control Michael due to her insecurities, while Michael behaved suspiciously by talking to another woman. As I expected, Angela and Michael's relationship fell apart soon after reuniting in America. They ultimately broke up after Michael left Angela's home and blamed her for the failed marriage. Angela's new hairstyle was gorgeous. Angela refuses to let her heartbreak prevent her from looking beautiful. Assumed Angela wouldn't be able to recover from losing Michael. I thought that she'd fall into a pit of depression and stop focusing on herself. However, Angela surprised me by completely overhauling her life after Michael left. While she mourned the loss of him, she didn't allow the heartbreak to hinder her evolution. Over the months, Angela has completely reinvented her fashion sense, lost weight, and updated her hairstyle. A recent interview with Access Hollywood showed viewers complimenting her new look. One fan wrote, "Her hair looks nice, really nice." Another commented, "But hair is beautiful." Angela Deem gives valuable relationship advice. Angela suggests prioritizing instincts over emotions. I also believe Angela has regained her sensitive side and matured after Michael's betrayal. In the interview, she offered genuinely good relationship advice, saying, "You know when your gut tells you, don't let people say let your heart guide you." The 90-Day Fiancé, happily ever after? Alum mentioned that following one's heart can often lead to poor decisions in matters of love. Angela emphasized the importance of trusting one's instincts over letting emotions dictate decisions. Her statement suggests that she likely regrets bringing her Nigerian husband, Michael, to the United States despite seeing proof of his questionable actions. I believe that Angela has also learned a valuable lesson about loyalty after breaking up with Michael. During the interview, she said a person must be loyal to themselves before showing loyalty to someone else. She added, "When you get them red flags, you'll be gone, you won't stay around, you won't hang around." Angela said encountering such warning signs is sufficient to end the relationship. She believes that all the negative experiences she has faced with Michael occurred because she's the chosen one who is meant to assist others in similar situations. Angela refuses to back down on Michael's deportation. Angela has successfully managed to overcome her aggressive behavior. I believe Angela is on her way to enjoying an amazing life because she has returned to her old self. Over the years, the Georgia native had become bitter and insecure due to her husband's suspicious and unfaithful behavior. Angela struggled to give up on her relationship but also couldn't fully trust Michael, which only worsened her negative traits, including her anger. The new Angela resembles the Angela viewers first met in 2018, confident, slightly more mature, and much happier. She now believes she will get justice and have Michael deported back to Nigeria. While Angela may not be the most likable reality TV star, I believe she's on the path to personal growth. It seems that Michael's betrayal had helped her see the truth and learn a valuable lesson. Angela is confident in her legal battle against Michael, but she's not resorting to the abusive behavior that fans have seen on the show. She no longer acts aggressively and has shown patience and grace in her recent interviews. If the 90-Day Fiancé, happily ever after? Alum continues to show gratitude, she will likely improve her public image. I'm positive Michael and Angela will come face to face again in the 90-Day Fiancé franchise. What would that look like? I'm certain former 90-Day Fiancé couple Angela Deem and Michael Ilesanmi will come face to face again on a show in the franchise. I've been watching the controversial pair's relationship since they made their debut in 90-Day Fiancé, before the 90 Days Season 2 back in 2018. Since then, they have been on almost every spin-off they could to let their drama air and relationship play out. Angela is currently 58 years old, while Michael is only 35, making their age difference 22 years. Michael is from Lagos, Nigeria, and Angela is from Hazelhurst, Georgia. Angela is a mama to 6 grandchildren, and she has 2 children of her own, Scotty Deem and Skyla Deem. Angela has worked as a hospice care worker, although now she's transitioned into more of a content creator and brand promoter with her 90-Day Fiancé stardom. I can attest that Angela is most well known for her volatile and crass personality, her abhorrent treatment of Michael and those who anger her, and for her physical transformation. Given her huge persona and her and Michael's drama, I believe Angela and Michael will have more on-camera interactions. Michael and Angela's history and breakup. They are 90-day fiancé OGs. Angela and Michael met in person for the first time in 90-day fiancé, before the 90 Days Season 2 after meeting on Facebook when Michael sent Angela a message. The pair became engaged, and they applied for the K-1 visa. Their visa denial was detailed in 90-day fiancé Season 7. After that, the pair decided to get married in Nigeria in Happily Ever After. Season 5, and Angela applied for the spousal visa for Michael. While waiting for Michael's visa approval, the pair appeared on Happily Ever After. Seasons 6 and 7, as Angela made trips to Nigeria. In HEA Season 6, Angela had bariatric surgery and a breast reduction, leading her to lose more than 100 pounds. Angela subsequently got larger breasts, and said Michael was wholly unsupportive of her entire surgery endeavor. In Season 7, Angela and Michael's relationship was at a low point, as Angela found out Michael emotionally cheated by talking to another woman. Amid their many marriage pitfalls, the pair were cast members on the therapy-based spin-off, 90 Day, The Last Resort Season 1. They ended that season recommitted to each other. When they starred in Happily Ever After? Season 8, Michael finally got his spousal visa interview, and Angela and Michael arrived in the US together in December 2023. Michael moved into Angela's Hazelhurst home, but Angela was still mistrusting of Michael. They appeared together at the Season 8 tell-all, but their communication issues and trust problems were ever present. Michael ended up escaping Angela's house in February 2024, and moved to Houston, where he has started a new life without Angela. Throughout their marriage, I watched Angela berate, emasculate, financially control, and emotionally haunt Michael. I'm certain Angela is the biggest 90-day fiancé villain for her behavior towards Michael, but I know Michael has also done his share of bad against Angela in the marriage. That said, I believe Angela and Michael have created outrageously entertaining reality TV, and I don't think either wants to give up the 90-day fiancé spotlight and all the benefits it has afforded them through their clout. Angela and Michael's lives post-split. Things have been messy. Upon Michael's abrupt exit from her life after only 2 months in America, Angela deemed Michael a scammer. Since then, I've witnessed Angela be on a smear campaign against Michael. She is petitioning to have their marriage annulled and wants Michael to be deported. Angela's fury towards Michael is all over her social media accounts, as she is singing from the rooftops about Michael using her for a visa. I know on Michael's end, he is happy to be free of Angela, as I've watched her mistreat and abuse him time and time again. I believe Michael is better off without Angela, but I feel the timing of everything was very suspect on Michael's part. Michael started a GoFundMe for the costs involved to fight Angela's case against him. However, Michael has a new car, new family in America, and is living on his own, and I saw fans accuse him of misallocating the $50,000 funds he received. Will Angela and Michael appear in the 90-Day Fiancé franchise again? It's very likely. Angela and Michael don't appear to be in direct contact with one another, as their legal battle rages on. However, I don't think that counts out a future season within the franchise for the pair. I believe if they appear in a spin-off, it will likely be 90 Day. The single life, and their journeys to finding love amidst their split would be highlighted. I think the volatility that exists between them, coupled with Angela's loose cannon and ornery personality, would cause major fights were they to be put in the same room together. I'm certain Angela and Michael make too good of a reality TV spectacle not to have them continue on in the franchise. Given that umbrella, it would be in the 90-Day Fiancé franchise's best interest to have them come face to face, but there would need to be parameters so Angela doesn't get violent, as she has a tendency of doing. I'm positive they will be in the same room at some point in the franchise's future. I just think it will likely be in a tell-all setting after they've both been featured on 90 Day, The Single Life. I do feel like their individual storylines will also be highlighted in another season of Happily Ever After, which would also produce a tell-all they would both be at. This would cause them to come face to face, but one of them might be tuned in virtually to avoid any physical drama that could happen. Angela and Michael are reality TV gold, and they know it. 90 Day Fiancé would be behooved to have them appear again, since the pair get very high watch value. I've changed my mind. I think 90 Day Fiancé's Michael deserves another shot in the franchise. Angela was a troubled partner and he could do better. I believe Michael Ilesanmi from 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, deserves to find his soulmate after spending over 7 years with Angela Deem. He first appeared on the show with Angela in 2018, and despite the 22-year age gap, the couple got engaged. I was impressed by Michael's level-headed personality, which complemented Angela's loud and outspoken nature. However, things took a turn for the worse when Michael betrayed Angela by being intimate with another woman in Nigeria. Despite this, I appreciate that he apologized for his actions and tried to rebuild his relationship with Angela. Although Michael attempted to rebuild trust with Angela over the years, she never fully recovered from his past infidelity, leading him to seek affection elsewhere. I don't approve of Michael's actions, but it seems he continued to cheat on Angela because he felt unloved and could easily seek affection elsewhere. Despite this, he clearly wanted to address his problems with Angela. After witnessing a hopeful conclusion to their journey in 90 Day, The Last Resort Season 1, I believed their relationship was improving. However, my optimism waned when Michael abruptly left Angela's house in February 2024. Michael was a user, but now he's in America. Michael deserves an opportunity to share his redemption story. I believe Michael loved Angela at the start of their relationship. I appreciated it when he mentioned he fell in love with Angela after observing her caring nature towards her grandchildren. However, his feelings changed quickly, and he eventually cheated on her. After the first incident of cheating, he no longer loved her but instead took advantage of her trust to come to the United States. Now that he is in America, I hope he'll leave behind his opportunistic and manipulative behavior and try to build a real connection with a suitable woman. After being labeled as a scammer, cheater, and user, I believe Michael should be allowed to return to the 90 Day Fiancé franchise to showcase his redemption story. I can see he is a respectable family man, and I hope he can use it to improve his public image and gain respect from viewers, including me. Although I hold him accountable for playing Angela like a fiddle, I would like to see him commit to a woman and fulfill his responsibilities as a husband, something he failed to do with his former American wife. Michael was abused by Angela. Michael deserves a supportive partner. I believe it was unfair of Michael to leave Angela after only 3 months of being in the United States. I wished he had given their relationship at least 6 months to improve. However, I can no longer fault him for leaving Angela, given how she had mistreated him for years. I empathize with Angela's frustration towards Michael about his questionable actions, but she didn't need to publicly lash out at him and damage his self-respect. Despite having the chance to end things, she chose to stay with him, possibly for the sake of being on TV. Part of me views Michael as a fraudster, but I commend him for ending his unhealthy marriage to Angela, who berated him for 7 years. He shouldn't feel guilty about protecting himself. I think it's time for him to pursue happiness and find a loving partner who will support him. Angela is no longer in his life, and at 36 years old, he deserves someone who will love him unconditionally. Now that he is living in the United States, he is focused on building a career as a social media influencer and should consider finding a compatible partner. Michael gets support from some fans. Michael's popularity could bring him back to the show. Michael may have had ulterior motives for coming to the United States, but I have noticed he still has many fans who want him to continue living in America and fulfill his American dream. In fact, I was shocked to see Michael's loyal fans helped him raise over $50,000 to hire a lawyer to fight Angela in court and prevent his deportation. Due to Michael's popularity, I believe he should make a comeback to the franchise. He seems like a great candidate for 90 Day, The Single Life, have always seen Michael film the show under Angela's watchful eye, so I'm eager to watch him without her involvement. I have yet to fully understand Michael's true personality, as I have always seen him navigate through Angela's intimidating presence. His potential return to the franchise could reveal his true nature to 90 Day Fiancé viewers and possibly win over even Angela's supporters with his character. It would be interesting if the producers allowed him to share his journey without Angela's influence to determine whether he's genuinely innocent and a lover of peace. Michael could find a more suitable partner. Michael should be with a woman with more nurturing qualities. While I commend Angela for tolerating a cheater like Michael for a long time, I don't think they were truly compatible. Despite the 90 Day Fiancé franchise couple's claim that their 22-year age difference didn't hinder their love for each other, I believe Michael harbored a preference for younger women. Angela may have been aware of his preference, which is why she underwent weight loss surgery and received Botox injections to appear younger. Additionally, most of the women Michael has been associated with in the past year have been significantly younger than Angela. Now that Michael is single and likely ready to date, I believe he should acknowledge his preference for women who are his age. I also think